Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to a seated adaptive yoga practice. And so often I like to begin the yoga practice with sharing a poem or a little piece of writing from one of my favorite books. And the piece of writing I chose today is from the book of Qualities by J. Ruth Gendler. It's Gendler. This piece of writing is called Innocence. It's actually a little illustration. I'll come up closer so that you can see. Innocence talks to old people on the commuter train. Sometimes she talks to herself. She talks to the man sitting next to her hiding behind the newspaper. Sometimes she talks to the window, and sometimes she sings a little song. She tells secrets in between her words. But most people don't think they're secrets because she says them right out. She told me that it takes a lot of sophistication for her to stay innocent. That was a secret. Since her affair with danger, she is not afraid of anything. I'd like to begin the yoga practice by inviting you to find a comfortable seat. Sit in a way that you feel the most at ease. It is challenging for our nervous system to calm down if we're uncomfortable in our bodies. And from here, I'd like to invite you to bring your hands together at your heart center. Take a moment, notice how it feels to have your hands in this placement. If this placement of your hands makes you lose your balance, choose another placement for your hands. So it might feel more grounding, comfortable to have your hands on your Buddha belly. And then when you're ready, an invitation to allow yourself to consciously enter into the present. Setting aside whatever was going on for you before the yoga practice or the duration, knowing that you can come back to that after class. Release your arms down by your sides, spiral your palms open, and then wiggly fidget. Shake your hands vigorously. If anything I share with you today causes discomfort, if even the most gentle movements hurt, as an alternative, I'd like to invite you to explore visualizing the movements. Imagination is powerful. Feel as though you're doing the movements. And then when you're ready, I'd like to invite you to ground through your feet. Center and ground through the soles of your feet. We want to keep our connection with Mother Nature. We tend to start losing that. Root down through your sits bones. Notice where your bum and your thighs are in contact with your seat. Energy moving in two directions. Lengthen from the tip of your tailbone all the way up through the crown of your head. Imagine that you have a thread on top of your head and it's pulling you way up to the sky. Roll your shoulders up, back and down just a few times. Tuck your chin in slightly to release the back of your neck. And then from here, we'll transition into mindful movement. When we link our movements with our breath, it becomes mindful movement. As you're ready, reach your arm up to the sky. Slowly float your arm down. Gentle movement, reaching up to the sky. Slowly float your arm down. It's time, let's add a gentle breath to the movement. On inhale, reaching up, full length of your inhale. On exhale, release your arm, full length of your exhale. It's as if on our inhale, there's a beginning, a middle, and an end point. On exhale, a beginning, a middle, and an end. Release both arms down by your side. Rest your hands on your thighs, and we'll begin the movement on the other side. As you're ready, reach your arm up to the sky. Slowly float your arm down. So I like to think of these gentle movements as a moving meditation, reaching up to the sky. And slowly float your arm down. Let's add a gentle breath to the movement. On inhale, reaching up, full length of your inhale. On exhale, float your arm down the full length of your exhale. It's as if on our inhale, there's a beginning, a middle, and an end point. On exhale, a beginning, a middle, and an end. Release both arms down by your side, and this time let's reach both arms up to the sky. Take a look between your palms. If it doesn't create tension in your neck, then return your gaze on the horizon. Fold your fingers in, press into the palms of your hands, maybe even placing your hands on the back of your head. And together we can shout out, I am, I can, and I will. With a sigh of relief, release your arms down by your side. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down just a few times. Rest your hands on your thighs, palm up or palm down as desired. Take a moment to notice which feels better for you, resting your palms face up, or does it feel better to rest your palms face down? If you are feeling restless, scattered, palms face down can encourage grounding. If you are feeling tired, rest your palms face up, open to receive. As you're ready, begin to turn your gaze downward. Or maybe closing your eyes softly if that feels comfortable for you. So moving away from the busyness in our minds and more towards our heart. Allow your facial muscles to soften and release. Relax your jaw, unclench your teeth. Let there be a little space between your teeth. Soften your lower jaw. Soften around your temples. Soften between your eyebrows, wide forehead. Soften your shoulders away from your ears. Relax your elbows. Relax your wrists. Relax your hands and your fingers. Let your throat soften and release. Relax your upper back. Relax your mid back. Relax your lower back and your legs. And then an invitation to bring a gentle awareness to your breath. Without changing anything, maybe noticing that as we inhale, things expand. On exhale, things contract. Notice, is your breath long? Is it smooth? Or is your breath jagged? From here, we'll transition into a simple breathing exercise that research shows can help with pain management and anxiety. An invitation to place your hands on your upper belly, or maybe resting one hand on your belly, the other on your heart center. And then begin to deepen your inhale, lengthen your exhale. When we lengthen our exhale, it is calming for our nervous system. See if you can begin to smooth out your breath so that your inhales and your exhales are about the same duration and quality. At any point, if you notice that your mind gets distracted and wants to wander off, know that that's okay. That's the nature of our mind. Simply bring your awareness back to your breath. And now I'd like to invite you to see if you can add a quality of softness to your breath. Imagine that you're petting your favorite four-legged friends. Or it might be that you just tasted something delicious. See if you can bring that same softness to areas of your body that you feel are too tight or knotted. Our breath is long and smooth and soft as we breathe in and as we breathe out. And just for a few more breaths, for as long as feels comfortable, I'd like to invite you to keep this simple breathing exercise flowing. At any point, if you notice your mind gets distracted and wants to wander off, know that that's okay. That's the nature of our mind. An invitation to bring a gentle awareness to the sounds around you. I can hear the ticking of the old clock at the end of the room. I can hear the sound of my breath. Maybe noticing the gentle tone of my voice, and then in a loving way, bring your awareness back to your breath. Our old friend, our breath. And wherever you are in your breath cycle, let your breath come back to its natural rhythm. Your natural rhythm. Maybe observing the rise and fall of your chest and your belly. Drop your chin towards your chest. Gradually blink your eyes open. We are falling awake, not asleep. Falling awake, not asleep. Notice if you felt a subtle shift in your energy. We've begun the process of tuning into our bodies and connecting with our breath. The bridge between our body and our mind, our breath. Release your arms by your sides, spiral your palms open, and wiggly fidget. Shake your hands vigorously. It's a little more vigorous this time. Wiggly fidget. Maybe add a little bum dance to it. Okay. At this time, I'd like to invite you to walk your hips forward in your chair. If that is available to you and you would like. If you are needing the back of the chair for support today, honor that. Yoga meets us right where we are. And then when you're ready, let's repose. Make sure your feet are placed evenly on the floor, on your footrest. Sits bones sharp on the chair. Lengthen from the tip of your tailbone all the way up through to the crown of your head. Imagine that you have a thread on top of your head that's pulling you way up to the sky. Roll your shoulders out, back and down just a few times. Tuck your chin in slightly to release the back of your neck. So you might take 2 fingers, place them on your chin. Imagine a turtle. And from here, we'll transition into sun breath, meditation on the heart. So an invitation to bring your arms out to the side, opening out to the side. And then bring your hands back together at your Buddha belly if you like. So warming up our upper back and our shoulders. And so inhale. And then if you like, on the exhales, add a humming sound, like a bumblebee. Notice that adding the humming sound lengthens our exhale. Maybe reaching your arms up a little higher now. Inhale. And this time, if you like, chanting the sound Om. Om. Inhale. Om. Inhale. Place one hand on your Buddha belly, the other on your heart center. You're noticing the rise and fall of your chest and your belly. And then an invitation to just do another little shakeout. Rest your hands on your thighs, palm up or down as desired. From here, we'll come into gentle warm up for our neck and our shoulders. So begin with simple neck rolls. Our Buddha belly is soft, breath is quiet. See if you can resist the temptation to move your head to its full range of motion. Move your head in the other direction. Move your head up and down as if nodding yes. And then an invitation to turn your gaze looking over your left shoulder. And then imagine that you're nodding your head up and down slightly. Move your head back through center, gaze softly over your right shoulder. Again, imagine nodding your head slightly up and down. Bring your head back center. From here, I'd like to share a practice with you called nerve flossing. Nerves like movement. So begin by dropping your ear towards your shoulder. Release your opposite arm by your side. Pressing or pushing through the palm of your hand, reach your arm up to the sky. On inhale, let's meet back at center. So head comes back to center, palm face up at the heart center. So 3 more times on this side. Drop your ear towards your shoulder. Release your opposite arm down by your side, pushing through the palm of your hand, reach your arm up to the sky. On inhale, let's meet back at center. Palm face up. On exhale, drop your ear towards your shoulder, extend your opposite arm, pushing through the palm of your hand, reach your arm up. On inhale, let's meet back at center. And one last time, drop your ear towards your shoulder, extend your opposite arm, pushing through the palm of your hand, reach up to the sky. On inhale, we'll meet back at center. Palm face down, release. Release both arms down by your side. Then rest your hands on your thighs. And we will begin the movement on the other side. Drop your ear towards your shoulder. Release your opposite arm down by your side, pressing through the palm of your hand, reach your arm up to the sky. So not forcing the movements, but allowing them to happen. And come on back, center, palm face up. Drop your ear towards your shoulder, extend your opposite arm, pushing through the palm of your hand, reaching up to the sky. On inhale, we'll meet back at center. Exhale, drop your ear towards your shoulder, extend your opposite arm, pressing through the palm of your hand, reaching up to the sky. Come on back, center. One last time, drop your ear towards your shoulder, release your opposite arm by your side, pressing through the palm of your hand, reaching up to the sky. On inhale, come on back, center. Palm face up, and then release. Release your arms by your side, and then let your breath settle. Notice any subtle sensations. And so when you're ready, let's roll our shoulders up, back, and down. This is not meant to be a big scrunch up towards your ears. So movements are organic, soft. Nothing rigid. And then reverse the direction. And take your arms in front of you, stretch your palms. And then take your hands or your fingers to your shoulders, stretch your palms. Hands to your shoulders. This time explore alternating the movements. Release your arms by your sides, spiral your palms open, take your fingertips up to your shoulders, and then imagine you're drawing circles with your elbow points on the screen in front of you. And then reverse the direction. See if you can create a little half smile, like a little Buddhist smile. So when we smile, it releases saliva. So we want a nice juicy mouth and juicy body. So just moving in to check the chat there. I wasn't able to catch it. Oh, are you leaving, Kim? Okay. Take care. Virtual hug. And give your hands a little shake out. So take a moment, notice how that movement made you feel. And so let's do some movements for beautiful hands. And so stretch your palms and maybe make soft fists. Stretch your palms, soft fists, and stretch, soft fists. Circle your wrists in one direction. Circle your wrists in the opposite direction. Imagine you're playing piano. We're getting that synovial fluid. Mother Nature's WD-40 flowing into all the little joints in our hands. Turn your palms face up and then circle your thumbs in one direction. Circle your thumbs in the opposite direction. So it might be that you visualize the movement, but focusing on what we can do. Interlace your fingers loosely, bring your hands together, however feels comfortable for you. And again, wrist circles. And then move in the opposite, a little more challenging. Release your hands, reach your arms up to the sky. So might be keep your elbows bent, maybe reaching up a little higher. Fold your fingers in and together we can shout out, we are, we can, and we will. With a sigh of relief, release your arms, stand by your side. And take a moment to feel your work. We'll do one more practice for our shoulders. And so this is a modified eagle pose. So as always, making sure that you're seated comfortably, effortlessly up. The spine is long, front body soft. And then when you're ready, bend your elbows, palms facing each other. And then I'd like you to take hold of your left elbow point with your right palm. Then draw your arm in towards the midline. Soften your left shoulder away from your ear. And then if you'd like, maybe exploring on an inhale, reaching up a little higher. And exhale, release. Inhale, reaching up a little higher. And release. So release both arms by your side. And we'll repeat the practice, the pose on the other side. So elbows are bent, palms facing each other. Cup your right elbow point with your left palm. Draw your arm in towards your heart. Soften the top of your right shoulder. Maybe on inhale, reaching up a little higher. And release. Inhale, reach up a little higher. And release. Release your arms down by your side. Give your hands a little shake out if you like. And notice how this feels. And so not about what we look like in our yoga practice. So diagnostic tool is how do I feel? Moving on, let's come into a practice to help find our balance. Take your hands in towards your hip creases, sitting up nice and tall, hinging from the hips, come forward with a flat back. So Lynn, up to you. If you want to practice this movement with your controls, go for it. So an invitation to keep this gentle rocking movement flowing in your own time and rhythm for a few breaths. Noticing that sometimes when we come into a forward fold, our chin wants to jut forward. Tuck your chin in slightly. And come on back to a neutral spine. Take a moment, notice how that felt. And then begin to sway from side to side. It can be interesting to close our eyes as we practice these movements. If you'd like, release your arms by your side, extend beyond your wrists to your fingertips. Bend your arms low in front of you, looking straight ahead. Gently twist from side to side. Remember your little Buddhist smile, so smile whether you're happy or not. Bend your elbows, fingers reach to the sky. Inhale to one side, exhale to the other. And slowly come on back, center, float your arms down, take a rest. Give yourself permission to move slowly between your poses and your movements. Let's come into a movement that I like to call stirring the pot. So moving from your rib cage, you bring your hands in towards your hip creases. On inhale, circle forward. And then circle back, stirring the pot. As you begin to feel your hips, lower back soften and release a little bit, see if you can go a little deeper. And then move in the other direction as you're ready. And bring a gentle awareness to the space in front of you. The space beside you, above you, and especially bring your awareness to the space behind you and trust that you're being supported. And slowly come on back to stillness. Release your arms by your side, then rest your hands on your thighs. Notice how's your breath. Notice any subtle sensations. So let's get into a movement called cat and cow. And so if you can bring your feet a little wider than outer hip bone distance, go for it. Make sure that your knees are in line with your ankles. It's okay to have your toes turned outwards. Hands resting on your knees or your thighs. On your next exhale, round your shoulders towards your front body. Round your back, chin in. On inhale, draw your hands in towards your hip creases. Arch your back, looking up. Exhale, bring your shoulders towards your front body, round your spine, chin in. Inhale, arch, drawing your hands towards your hip creases. And so in your own time and rhythm, for a few more breaths, keeping this gentle massage for your spine flowing. When we move, slide our hands forward and back as we move. This can help Increase our proprioceptive awareness, knowing where our body is in relation to space, and our interoception. Finish up the movement that you're on. Come on back to stillness. Walk your feet back so that your knees are in line with your ankles, feet about hip distance apart. And let your breath settle. So let's come into another version of a side bend. So I will mirror you today. Take hold of the underside of the left side of your chair. Release your right arm down by your side. Spiral your palm open. Soft bend in your elbow, nothing rigid. Take your hand up. So it's okay to have your elbow bent. Maybe you place your hand on your shoulder, or it might feel okay to reach way up and over. So whatever your pose is today, I'd like to invite you to turn your gaze down towards the floor and then breathe into your rib cage. Can you imagine breathing in below your rib cage? Slowly come out of the pose on this side. We'll come into the pose on the other side. Take hold of the underneath side of the right side of your chair. Release your left arm by your side. Spiral your palm open. Take your arm up, keeping your elbow bent if you'd like, or maybe taking your hand to your shoulder. Or it might feel comfortable reaching way up and over. Stretching from your armpit along your rib cage, all the way down to your hip. Make sure that left sit bone stays on the chair. And release. Rest your hands on your thighs. Our Buddha belly is soft, breath is quiet. And notice how you feel. Moving on, let's come into a seated twist. And so take your right hand over to the outside of your left near thigh. Left hand comes beside you on the chair, or maybe it feels comfortable to reach back. Notice that we're already into the twist at this point. Let's see if we can go a little bit deeper. So inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist. Our head turns last. Eyes are closed softly, focused inward, or soften your gaze. Unwind, come on back center. Take a moment and we'll come into the pose on the other side. Take your left hand over to your right near thigh. Right hand comes beside you on the chair or behind you. On inhale, lengthen your spine. On exhale, going into your twist. Close your eyes softly, focus inward or soften your gaze. Slowly unwind. And then rock and roll. So flowing in and out of the twist. And twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Make sure you go into your twist on an exhale. Slowly finish up the movement that you're on. Come on back, center. And take a moment to let your breath come back to its natural rhythm. Soft Buddha belly, quiet breath. And so from here, I'd like to come into a practice called sun salutation. So sun salutations are heating and strengthening. And so make sure that you're taking care of yourself in your yoga practice. Do only what feels comfortable for you. A gentle reminder that if anything hurts, creates discomfort, to, as an alternative, visualize the movement. So imagination is powerful. So let's begin by making sure feet are placed evenly on our footrests, and bones are sharp on the chair. Spine is long, front body is soft. Roll your shoulders up, back and down just a few times. Tuck your chin in slightly to release the back of your neck. And then an invitation to place your hands in prayer pose at your heart center. Release your arms by your side. Spiral your palms open on inhale, reaching up into mountain. So it might be that you feel good with your elbows bent, maybe reaching up a little higher. Take a look between your palms. If it doesn't create tension to your neck, then return your gaze on the horizon. Maybe bringing your hands together in prayer down through the heart. So bowing our head to our heart. Release your arms by your sides. Spiral your palms open. Reach up into mountain pose. Maybe our hands come together in prayer down through the heart. Release your arms by your sides. Spiral your palms open. Reach up into mountain pose. Maybe our hands come together in prayer down through the heart. Gently twist to the left. Come on back, center. Gently twist to the right. Inhale, come on back, center. Release your arms by your sides. Spiral your palms open. Inhale, reaching up into mountain. Palms come together in prayer down through the heart. This time, if you'd like, hug your left knee in towards your chest and belly. Clasp your hands behind your thigh, knee to chest. And release. Hands come into prayer at the heart. Release your arms by your sides. Spiral your palms open. Inhale, reach up into mountain. Maybe our hands come together in prayer down through the heart. Hug your right knee in towards your chest and belly if you'd like. Clasp your hands behind your thigh, knee to chest. And release. Hands come together at the heart. Release your arms by your sides. Spiral your palms open. Inhale, reach up into mountain. Maybe our hands come together in prayer down through the heart. And take a rest. We'll come into one more movement of the spine before transitioning into a short guided meditation and your final relaxation. And so for this forward fold, if you happen to have a blanket beside you, you'd roll it up and tuck it into your hip creases. A gentle reminder that if you have osteoporosis and you know who you are, coming into a forward fold, a deep forward fold, is contraindicated. So what I'd like to do is to invite you to either sit up nice and tall, visualizing sitting up, or sit up nice and tall and visualizing the movement. If you happen to have a yoga buddy with you, they can place their hands on your lower back. That can feel lovely. Otherwise, I'd like to invite you to take hold of the sides of your chair for stability. Hinging from the hips, rock forward with a flat back. Walk your feet forward a little bit if you need to for stability. And then allow your head to hang slightly. So nodding yes and no to release your neck. And then imagine that you're breathing into your lower back. Notice how you feel in the forward fold. So forward bends are calming for our nervous system. When you are ready, come out of the pose by pressing down through your inner heels. So it might be an energetic pressing down, pushing down. Place one hand on each near thigh, lift from your chest, and come on back. Come seated comfortably back in your chair. If you'd like, unroll your blanket if you happen to have a blanket, and rest it on your thighs. So a little bit of weight with a blanket or a pillow can encourage grounding. Can also help with fatigue. If you happen to have a yoga mat, placing the yoga mat along our spine can be supportive as well, comforting. I'd like to explore a mudra with you today called Yana Mudra. And I'm actually going to deconstruct it a little bit. I'd like to invite you to bring all your fingertips touching your thumbs. Draw your hands in towards your hip creases. Palm up or down as desired. And then just keeping your finger or your index fingers pressing into your thumbs, extend your other three fingers. If you'd like, you could think of the mudra as a symbol of connecting with your higher self or your higher power. Look down and into your heart. See what you can see. And then imagine that you're breathing into your heart. The meditation that I'd like to share with you today is by Thich Nhat Hanh, a Zen Buddhist monk. And it goes like this. Breathing in, I know that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I know that I'm breathing out. As my in-breath grows deep, my Out breath grows slow. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I feel ease. Breathing in, I smile. Breathing out, I release. Dwelling in the present moment, I know this is a wonderful moment. Breathing in, I smile. Breathing out, I release. Dwelling in the present moment, I know this is a wonderful moment. We'll sit and breathe together for a few moments. Come into whatever position you'd like for your final relaxation. Making sure that you're warm enough. If you have the ability to recline in your chair, go for it. Make sure that your head and neck is supported. Close your eyes softly if that feels comfortable for you, or soften your gaze. If you are wearing glasses and you don't mind taking them off for a few moments, remove your glasses. Rest your hands on your thighs, palm up or down as desired. Soft yoga belly, the area between our navel and our pubic bone. Soft palms, quiet breath. Allow your breath to reflect the pose. Relax your jaw. Unclench your teeth. Let there be a little space between your teeth. Soften your lower jaw. Soften around your temples. Soften the area between your eyebrows. Wide forehead. Silently on inhale, saying let. On exhale, go. Inhale, let. Exhale, go. If it's challenging to quiet the mind, sometimes placing our hands on our Buddha belly and bringing our awareness to our breath can be helpful. Without changing anything, bring your awareness back to your breath. Thank your body. Thank your body again. Our bodies are the best home our mind will ever have. Now see if you can begin to deepen your inhale, lengthen your exhale. Wiggle your fingers and toes, hands and feet waking up. Rub the tips of your fingers with your thumbs if you'd like. And come on up seated comfortably to finish up your yoga practice. Bring your hands together at your heart center. Lift your heart to your hands, bow your head to your heart. Take a moment to honor yourself for showing up for yoga practice today. Thank you for sharing your practice with me. The teacher in me honors and appreciates the teacher in each of you. Thank you to lovely Michelle, my tech host, and for ConnecTra for creating this time that we can share together. Thank you. So notice how you feel before and after your yoga practice. Any questions or feedback? Always love to hear from you.